The chain whip is one of the 18 classical weapons. The Chinese term for the whip is bin, which refers to both the flexible soft whip, like the one in this set, and the rigid hard whip. The hard whip is similar to the gan, a weapon from southern Hongar, only the cross-section of the bin is round, while the gan is more square. For soft whips, the segments may be round, square, or bamboo-shaped. A 13-link chain is known as an olive whip because the links are small and olive-shaped. There are two methods of holding the chain whip. In the first method, both the handle and the tip are held, and the chain is pulled taut between both hands. This method is best for blocking against a single opponent. It is known as yin hand. In the second method, only the handle is held and the whip is swung. This method is known as yang hand and will be used in this set, since yin hand requires little practice. Chain whips vary in weight. Heavier chains are actually easier to manipulate because they carry centrifugal force better. Lighter chains have to be moved faster to keep them spinning, and they hurt a lot less if you hit yourself. If you lose control of your chain whip, bring it to the floor. Once it hits the ground, it will stop moving. This set will be taught in 17 lessons, each beginning with chain techniques, preceding the footwork and body positioning, then follow with refinements. In addition, some lessons will include different angles or applications for clarification. The lessons are preceded with a short discussion on fundamentals. The northern chain whip usually consists of 9 sections, including the tip attached to a handle. The number of links can vary between 7 and 13. However, the links are always an odd number. The tip is always the heaviest link, and a small scarf is attached to it to make it easier to control. The length of the whip is equal to the height of the user's shoulders. This measurement does not include the handle. For close quarters, the length of the whip can be reduced by folding it in half and holding the tip with the handle. The chain whip was most frequently used as a concealed weapon or a backup weapon. It was worn slung over the shoulder in this manner, like a bandolier. The tip and handle could be wrapped around each other or secured by tucking them into a belt. The handle was usually worn on the right hip. This way the handle could be discreetly grasped by the right hand, while the left hand could slide under the chain and throw it forward. This draw can be an initial strike, and is typically followed with an attacking spin. This is the basic figure-8 spin. The handle is held slightly above shoulder level so that the tip does not hit the ground. Here is a front view of the figure-8 spin. The right hand points the handle to the right side when the chain spins to the right and vice versa. This is the reverse figure 8 spin. The chain swings up in the front instead of down. The right hand is held slightly higher. For both the forward and reverse spin, the left hand is kept by the elbow in a willow palm. The chain spins parallel with the floor center line, switching from side to side by the right hand movements. This is the right spin. To change directions, the right hand follows the momentum of the chain, giving it some slack as it spins forward. As the chain loses momentum, it is pulled back in the reverse direction. In this front angle, the direction of the chain is changed from spinning down to up by giving slack as the weapon swings back instead of forward. Throughout this transition, the chain remains parallel with the floor center line. The basic point thrust is made by extending the chain and stepping forward from cat to bow. At the moment of impact, the right arm and chain are extended in a straight line pointed at the target. This thrust can be directed to any height. To fold the whip, collapse it from both directions. The tip must be on top, and the remaining links must follow in accordance to their order to prevent it from knotting. Grasp both the handle and chain with your thumb and first 2 fingers, while holding just the handle with your last 2 fingers. In this way, you can release the chain without losing the handle. To release the chain, shoot the tip forward while holding on to the handle. Once the chain is free, it can be swung in any direction. Start with your chain folded in your hand. Circle block, right and left and right punch. Then do so again, advancing, and again retreating. Release your chain, then figure 8 spin. Circle on your right side twice, and turn, then circle on your left side twice, and turn. Repeat these spins so you spin twice on each side. Start standing straight. Turn to the right and stomp into left crane. Jump forward, then back to left bow. Steal a step with a right twist stance and unwind and step to right bow. Steal a step with a left twist and to right bow again. Repeat on both sides and end in right bow. Throughout this set, keep your stances high. For each right punch, set your stance before punching. When circling and turning, your first circle hides your stolen step. Your second circle is synchronized with your unwinding turn. Keep the chain in as parallel to floor center line as possible. Unlike this lesson's demonstration, the circle twice and turn techniques in the set follow each other immediately, without any figure 8 spins in between. Bring your left hand to your hip and spin your chain under your right armpit. Spin 3 times, then wrap the chain around your right elbow. Unwind your chain, spin it overhead, and catch it with your right foot. Kick it out and strike. Remain in a high right bow. Twist your body at the waist to free your chain from your armpit. When catching the chain with your foot, try to step on the last links, preferably the tip. Kick it back so it swings forward as you shift the right bow. As you spin under your armpit, keep your elbow down and drive the chain with your shoulder. Pull the chain taut when you catch it with your foot so you can control the direction of the strike. Bring your elbow all the way from your right side to your left side with each spin. Stick your elbow straight out to wrap the chain. Bring your hand low for the last strike and extend your back hand. Point your handle towards your shoulder when spinning under your armpit. Point the handle to your shoulder again for the wrap. Your chain will strike in the opposite direction that you send it with your kick. Push the chain down and to your left side with your armpit. Make 1 spin on your right side between each armpit spin. Wrap your chain so it lands on top of your arm and unwind it with your shoulder. Spin horizontally overhead into a figure-8 spin. Spin your chain under your armpits 3 times stationary, then 3 times stepping. Extend it under your legs, then up for a reverse figure-8 spin. Step and pivot into a right bow. Twist your waist for the armpit spins. Step forward through alternating twist stances, beginning by shifting your right bow into a twist. Then sink to horse as the chain goes between your legs. Bring your feet together into a crouch. Spin horizontally with the first 2 steps, then shift to the figure-8 spin with the step and the bow. Bring both hands in and point your handle towards your chest for the armpit spin. Give the chain some slack so it extends straight when it is under your legs. Bring your elbows all the way across to the other side of your body for the armpit spin. Push the chain down and to the opposite side with your armpit, like the single spin in the previous lesson. Guide the chain under your legs with your left hand. Turn your waist so that both your hip and shoulder are forward as the chain is crossing your body in front of you. Do not hit the floor with the chain as it goes between your legs. Use your left hand to push it back up. Keep your body upright and your head straight. Do not lean. Keep your chain close to your body and swing out instead of away from your body, where it will swing into your body. Do not flinch. Continue swinging up in the reverse figure 8 and step back. Pivot swinging to your right side and swing down. Circle and spin the chain off your right shoulder while turning, then circle and spin off your left shoulder while turning. Repeat these spins so that you can spin twice on each side. Take 3 pairs of small steps backwards. Pivot so your rear right leg becomes your front leg. Steal a step with a right twist stance and unwind and step to right bow. Steal a step with a left twist to a right bow again. Repeat on both sides, ending in right bow. Step back so that you end in the middle of the floor when you pivot. Spinning the chain off your shoulder is very similar to the circle twice and turn technique in lesson 1. In this technique, your chain wraps across your shoulder for the second circle. Bring your hand to the middle of your chest, slightly opposite to the shoulder you will wrap over. The chain wraps between your neck and shoulder. Pivot your body so the path of the chain is clear. As the chain wraps, pivot your body and lift with your shoulder to propel the chain up and continue the spin. The spin is slightly angled. Use your body pivot to drive the chain. Remain on floor center line as you step and pivot. These 4 spins follow each other immediately in the set, without any figure 8s in between. The timing of these spins is the same as the spins in lesson 1. Immediately following the shoulder spins, spin your chain horizontally overhead twice. Then wrap it over your left arm. Spin it horizontally overhead in your reverse direction and wrap it on your left arm again. Reverse overhead and wrap, then spin it overhead horizontally. From swinging overhead, swing it to hit the floor 3 times. Then return to figure 8 spins. After the shoulder spins, jump and pivot to right bow. Step and pivot to left bow, then shift to right bow. Shift back to right cat, then step forward to bow with each floor strike, sliding your rear foot up to advance. Following the swing overhead, bring your right hand behind your hip and slide your left hand along the chain to absorb its momentum. Throw it into the following spin with your left hand. Extend your right hand forward for the reverse spin and absorb the momentum across both arms. Point your handle straight up for the spin overhead and forward for the floor strike. This floor strike is aimed at the foot or ankle of the opponent. The overhead spin brings the opponent's attention up high to distract him from its low opening. Here Sifu Lam recovers his chain with his left hand. This gives him more control in preparation for the next attack. From the figure 8, circle to your left and kick. Continue circling at an angle in front of you, stepping backwards. Strike down. From cat stance, turn and front heel thrust kick. Land in right bow, then take 2 pairs of small steps backwards. On your third right step, lift your leg, then shift forward for a right bow. Take 3 transitional figure 8 spins between the floor strike and the kick. The chain spins diagonally during the kick. Keep your hand extended at shoulder level. This lesson ends like lesson 2. The angled spin serves to block and attack. This is followed by the strike down in one continuous motion. The chain can only block this attack close to the handle. In one hand, the chain can only block in a limited way. However, the chain attack is difficult to block. After the retreating spin and strike, spin the other direction vertically in front of you, then strike down. Spin on your right side, circling down in front of you. After retreating, take 3 pairs of small steps forward. On your third right step, step forward into a right bow. Bring your right foot in to shoulder distance and turn around. When spinning and retreating, your right thumb points to the left. When advancing, your thumb points to the right. Make 1 left side circle before striking down. Place your left hand behind your back before the side spin. Wrap your chain around your neck. Bend forward and wrap behind your neck. Then bring your head to your right and spin it behind your neck. Bring Bring your left shoulder forward as you wrap behind your neck. As the chain swings behind your back, bring your right shoulder forward to propel the chain. Drive the chain with your upper body and neck, bending forward and twisting. Repeat this spin 3 times. Bend forward to catch the chain as it swings down. Rise as the chain rises and lean slightly back as it swings behind you. Your right shoulder comes forward to spin the chain out again. The chain only wraps across the back of your neck and over your right shoulder. Keep your right hand just above waist level, rising back to shoulder level after spinning the chain off your shoulder. Keep the chain close to your body and use your body's turning to keep the chain moving. Do not flinch. Move smoothly and evenly. Immediately after the next spin, spin your chain horizontally overhead, then around your neck, catching with your left hand. Spin oppositely around your neck, again catching with your left. Spin around your waist and reverse, catching it with the left in the same manner. Return to a figure 8 spin. Step and pivot to the left side for the first and third wraps, and to your right side for the second and fourth wraps. Your left hand absorbs the momentum of each spin, as in Lesson 5, then throws the chain forward for the following spin. Grabbing the whip with your left hand as it spins on your left side, spin it over to your right side. For the set, repeat this 3 times. Catch the whip with your left hand, fingertips pointing behind you. Grab it so that the spinning tip comes out of the little finger side of your hand and your thumb is on the handle side. Your left shoulder comes forward when the chain is on your right, and vice versa. Keep your right hand by your left elbow. Lift your left hand over to guide the chain when you let go of it. Spin for 3 transitional figure 8 spins, then wrap your chain over your left shoulder, catching the end. Kick, then figure 8 spin. Then wrap around your right elbow. Turn, unwind your chain, and thrust. Then spin down on your right. Step out to a left bow stance, then tornado kick. Land with your feet shoulder distance apart. Turn left to a high left bow. Step forward to right bow for the strike, then return to left bow for the right spin. For the shoulder wrap, bring your right hand to your hip and absorb the momentum with your left hand, sliding out until you can grab the end. Hold on to the end for the kick, then throw it into the figure 8 spin. Wrap your elbow as in lesson 2, then thrust as in the fundamental. Wrap your chain around the tip of your left foot to pop it up. Extend your right hand at waist level as you pop up the chain. Keep your left hand behind your back. Extend your right leg out horizontally and angle your toe out. Allow the chain to wrap around your toe, then flick your toe forward as the chain swings up to shoot it forward. By changing the angle of your foot, you can aim the tip high or low. During the set, you can choose which height to shoot at, but always be sure to aim it intentionally. Spin your chain so it angles slightly in. Your toe points out and the chain wraps around your instep. Your leg can be slightly bent as you begin your wrap, then extend it as you flick your toe forward. Spin the chain on your right side to regain control between shooting. Raise your leg high enough so the chain does not touch the floor. Allow the chain to extend fully, then return to spinning it back, still not letting it touch the floor. After shooting your tip 3 times, shift to a transitional figure 8 spin. Spin your chain underneath your knees, right then left. On your second spin underneath your right knee, turn around and spin your chain overhead. Spin underneath your legs as you turn around again. Switch grips to your left hand. Lift your leg in an inside crescent kick with your knee slightly bent, and bring your knee across your body to spin the chain to the other side. For the turn, continue into horse stance. Spin your chain underneath your legs as you turn around. Take 3 spins to turn all the way around. Bring your left hand from your hip to your elbow for the figure 8 spin. For the under the knee spin, the tip may hit the floor. Bring your left hand to your hip for the overhead and underneath the leg spin. Then bring your right to your hip when you change grips. The chain angles in to the front for the spin under the knee. Your leg brings the chain all the way across your body. When turning, your right knee guides your chain to the other side. Lift your legs to waist height for for the spin under the legs, extending them to the sides at a natural angle. Place your hand by your knee as you spin under your knee, with the handle pointing directly at your leg. Point your handle up with your hand directly above you when spinning overhead. Point your handle down with your hand close to your body when spinning under your legs. Keep your head face forward when twisting at the waist to bring your chain across your body with your knee. Point the toes of your standing foot out as you would for a kick. For these kicks and the under-the-leg kicks, it is not necessary to straighten the standing leg. Bend forward and spin the chain behind your back. Point your handle straight up. Change back to your right hand. Swing and strike down. Bend forward so that your head is level with your hips. Use your body to assist your hand in the spin. Step to right bow, keeping your right shoulder low. Build up momentum with a spin overhead before you bend forward. Keep your left hand in a willow palm in front of you as you bend forward. Grab your handle with the thumb side of your right hand toward the chain as before. Immediately following the spin behind your back, step forward and roll. Strike down with your chain and place your right hand on the floor to your left side. Place the back of your right fist on the floor and roll from your arm to your right shoulder to your left hip. Finish on your left knee with your right leg extended. Spin one circle on your left side between the spinning behind your back and the rolling. Curl your body into a ball and tuck your chin for the roll. Reach your right hand out to your right foot, following the roll. Spin your chain over your head, then underneath your body. Use your left arm to assist your ground roll. Your body weight transfers from left hip to your left arm, then shoulder, to your right shoulder, and then to your right hip. Finish by folding your left leg in and rising for a figure 8 spin in right bow. The leg movements begin like a right outside crescent and end like a left inside crescent. As the right leg kicks, the right hip is off the ground. As the left leg kicks, both hips are off the ground. The right hip sets back down first. Spread your legs wide as you sit. Spin the chain above your body with your right outside crescent kick. Spin it beneath your body as your weight comes on your right shoulder. Circle your left hand in accordance with your left leg. Take 7 or 8 rows to complete your rotation. After 3 transitional figure 8 spins, spin your chain off of your right shoulder, then off of your left shoulder. Spin down on your right side, then thrust back. Change to spinning up on your right side. Extend your chain up and catch all of the links in your right hand. Circle, block, and punch, then extend your hands, circle, and push down. Step through right twist, unwinding, then stepping forward, then through left twist and unwinding. Take 3 small steps back, then turn to right bow. Shift to left bow, step forward, then back to left crane, step back through right bow to standing straight. The shoulder spin in twist stance is the same as lesson 4. Adjust your stepping back so that you return to your starting position. Extend your chain at an angle so that it falls back into your right hand. Be sure to catch the tip. Again, Plum performs the entire set. In learning this set, cover the end link with foam or some other soft material. Even light chain whips are unforgiving of mistakes and can cause injury. Remember, if you lose control of your chain whip, bring it to the floor. Once it hits the ground, it will stop moving. Always safety check your chain whip before using. Make certain the connecting links between the bar links are closed. Pay particular attention to the connection of the handle to the chain and the connection of the weighted end link. When performing this set, do not overpower the chain. Let your body movement guide its movement. Repeated movement can be done with speed, but do not hurry the transition movements between techniques.